So Jeff Taffe, you were able now to hit the ice with the new teammates a couple of times. What are your first impressions about your new team?
It's been fun so far. I think it's always kind of nerve-wracking or intimidating coming into a new group of guys and trying to see where you fit in, but it's been great. I've only skated twice with the team now, but I think it's a very energetic group. I think it's a group that is willing to learn and work hard to get better, and I think that's the only thing you can ask for. I know people have been talking about the position Ambrý's been in the last 10, 15 years, but like I said, that all changes, you know, with new coaches, new GMs and things like that. It takes a while to change the mentality and the culture, and you know, it starts day one, and I hope I can just help out with that a little bit.
The GM Paolo Duca told us that you were in contact with him for a while. How did the discussion went with the club?
It was great. You know, Nick Plastino was calling me for a few weeks now, trying to get me over here. He said nothing but great things about it. I talked to Dukes a lot, and you know, he just explained the situation, the team, you know, what they're trying to accomplish here, and you know, I really respected what he had to say, and you know, I'm just excited to kind of get a deal done and get started. I know I'm a little behind right now, but I think you know, we still have a few weeks of the regular season, and I have enough time to prepare.
You have 36 years old. You're joining a team that is like rebuilding right now. What drives you at this point of your career? What are your motivations?
I think I've gotten to the point in my career the last few years where I enjoy playing with the younger guys. I think the older you get, you kind of realize you don't have too much longer to play left, and you just want to kind of, you know, be around the guys a little bit. You know, try to teach them some little things that you picked up along the way, and I think I get a lot of satisfaction out of seeing some of the young guys do well and play hard and make strides that way.
You're actually going to work with a coach that is younger than you by a couple of months. It's going to be hard for you?
Yeah, he told me that the other day. No, it's pretty funny. It's just one of those things where I talk to my wife a lot about it. I don't feel like I'm 36. I feel like I'm 25, but some days I feel like I'm 45, to be honest with you. But no, it's kind of one of those things where I still feel good playing. Still feel like I have a lot left in my tank to give, and you know, hopefully this isn't my last season, like we said, and can keep playing another year or two.
You said about Nick Plastino joining you here. Can you tell us about your relationship with him a little bit?
He was, I just met him last year, obviously in Bratislava, and he was actually, you know, throughout the entire season, he was our best player for that team in the KHL, which says a lot. You know, he played against other teams' top lines, which isn't easy, and he wasn't even on our first power play unit, and he still had great numbers there. So I think he's a very underestimated defenseman, and when Dukes called me and said that they were able to get him, I think that was one of the, you know, one of the steals of the summer was signing Nick here, and you know, I think he's going to be a great player.
Lost my question.
No, you're good.
I looked a little bit at your career. You play with a lot of players that at some points ended up playing for Ambrì, like Janne Pesonen, Adam Hall, Alexander Giroux, who were here recently, or Erik Westrum that really left a mark here. Did you get in touch with some of these players before signing for the Ambrì?
I didn't talk to Erik Westrum at all. I saw him earlier in the summer before I knew any of this was happening, so I didn't really hear too much from him. But yeah, like you said, I played with Adam Hall. I really liked playing with Janne Pesonen. You know, we played together in Pittsburgh's organization for a while, and I got along really well with him. And you know, Giroux, I saw him a lot last year when he was in Zagreb. So it's kind of, I know what type of players they are, and great guys. I've heard, like I said, I haven't been in contact with them, and I never really, you know, dig too deep into it. I think once Nick told me about the situation in here and how great the group is, I didn't really have to talk to anybody, and I think, you know, it seems great so far.
We know that you're a big center. You can be effective on the offensive side of the game. How would you describe yourself as a player?
I think just that. I think, you know, I feel like I see the ice pretty well, and that's one of my, you know, biggest attributes. Like I said, I need to, you know, play good defensively though, and I think that's going to create a lot more offensively for us to not spend a lot of time in our D zone. Not sure, you know, who we're going to be playing with this year, things like that, but you know, just try to adjust however I can. And like I said, I'm just not like a power play guy. You know, take pride in scoring 5-on-5 and things like that. And whether it's going to the net or making plays, I'm just going to try to contribute that way.
I saw your number last year in the KHL. You were the player that won the most face-off, or the entire league. Do you consider yourself a specialist on that?
No, I don't. It's kind of one of those things where I'll have a great night some nights, and then some nights you can't win one to save your life. But you know, a lot of people don't realize it. it all depends on who your wingers are too. You know, as a center, you can only do so much, and if your wingers are in there helping you out, they win most of the faceoffs for you. So it's one of those things where I always kind of talk to my left winger because that's the way I always win it. So if he's not paying attention, I don't have a very good night. Let's just say that.
I have a last one. In the last year, your name was often linked to Ambrì in the rumors during the summer. Were you ever been close to join Ambrì in the past, or they were just rumors?
No, I think some of those were just rumors in the past because I never really knew too many people here or talked to many people. It's just one of those things where, you know, I was talking to a few other KHL teams this summer, and, you know, for whatever reason they didn't work out. You know, the situation in Bratislava right now isn't great in terms financially. They're having a hard time. So as you know, once I got the call from Duca and Nick and these guys saying how great of a place it was here and the situation, I was excited to come and try to help out and rebuild.